have a dream, I realize the dream, I go there, this is the coolest thing ever. Now we really want to win, you know, it's the next thing we're building a new boat. And we're looking for every half kilo that we can scrap out of this boat, and we are pushing everyone.
What's the gains, what's the advantage to building a whole new structure, a whole new mold, go through a 2-year building process?
So my goal with this boat is to win the ocean race and to do a great Vendée Globe.
If the goal is really to try and win these races, we need to be on the most performant platform as possible. The feeling was really that if we want to try and win, we've got to build a new boat, and that's where we're at. That's where what we're trying to do. It's going to be a totally different boat to what I knew with Malizia 3.
And the concept is different as well?
The interesting thing with yacht architecture is that it still seems so open. They are still the top architects of our time working for 2 years to come up with the best IMOCA, and then they look totally different.
Yeah, I'm excited to try them out. This is where the birthplace of Malizia 4 is going to be happening. We're currently in the construction cycle of the new boat for the next seasons to come in the IMOCA class. So we're currently in CDK Technologies building.
We are in the oven of CDK, where we cure the deck and the hull.
What's going to make it be faster than the previous boat?
In our engineering world, if we want to progress, if we want to improve, and if we want to win a race, that's maybe the most important point, to design something new. So we start from the best boat from the last generation. We chose to work with Antoine Coche, so we consider that Antoine Coche boat was the best boat in the fleet on the previous campaign. So from this boat, after, we try to design a boat we can sail faster, more stable, more comfortable if possible. For each iteration, we compare what we are doing with all other best boats for the fleet. And Malizia 3, which is the faster boat downwind, we try to be better than all these boats.
It's hard to not sound like too critical of Malizia 3, you know. We built the boat that we wanted at the time. It's got this amazing performance in the strong winds, and although it's a massively comfortable boat, a lot of space, you would much rather be extremely uncomfortable and be going as fast as the others in medium to light wind.
Just watching the wake of the two boats, the differences. You know, Massif is really good in these lighter conditions, like medium, where you start to get the boat moving, and for us it's a bit harder, we're a bit more draggy, so now the breeze picked up a bit, it's a little bit harder for us.
To build another boat which is faster than Malizia 3, it has to be lighter. The word small has to be everywhere in the boat, so it means that small is light. The radical change in this boat is the space inside, the life area, the cockpits, or even at the front.
We want to try and ease back on the loss in the lighter winds, in the more stable conditions, and we're trying to be as polyvalent as possible is kind of the best way to describe it, and gain that 0.1, 0.2 knots of average in every single condition. Then if we look at the differences between the finishes and race times, where it's sometimes only a few minutes, that's the sort of differences that we're looking for when we design and change these boats.
We have a lefty here, right?
The IMOCA rules shape the boat in many, many ways.
All the boats have to be 60 foot long. They have to have the same keel, the same mast, the same boom now.
There is like a frame that we can work inside for security reasons and for fairness with the others. Our engineers and architects and designers are clever, and they found a way to have a faster boat despite these rules.
One thing I would learn is that reducing the yield is the main parameter to reduce the number of styling events of the foil. And if you want to reduce
Oui, c'est moins instable.
It's going to be a totally different boat to what I knew with Malizia 3. Wow, look at that, huh? Unbelievable. Form the whole way along is crazy.
The shape of the hull is completely different than the previous one because it's also another designer from the previous one. We changed our mindset between Malizia 3 and Malizia 4. We are looking for more performance now. Of course, it's a joke, but a lot of people will find it very different if the branding is very different. Or maybe we'll say, but that's finally the same boat if the branding is the same. But yes, it is different.
It's a boat we've considered to have a crew. The reality is, even when you're doing a solo racing program, you often have 4 people sailing on the boat while you're out training, because the most efficient way to actually test the boat and find the best conditions is to have a crew around you to do quick changes and to check data and to check the boat. And
It's good like that. Puts it nicely in pressure. How much rake?
We will use this boat for the Vendée 28. We designed the boat to have the capability to steer it easily, but we don't design a boat which can be only efficient by steering it, because it will stay a solo boat for the future. The first season is a full crew with the Ocean Race Atlantic and the Ocean Race. So one point to win the Ocean Race will be to steer. So our boat should be easy and comfortable to steer a long time. So we are 3 teams. We are TR, Bank Pop, and us, Malizia.
building with 2 other teams basically allows us to be much more efficient with resources, in terms of we can sort of replicate and copy each of these things and spend a lot less design time doing these. In general, we can save money, we can save time, and we can save on carbon emissions overall. So
all the skippers has to be agree about the same choices, because it's going to be exactly the same boat. So with little differences between skippers, but
obviously it means we're going to have 3 boats with very similar setups and all trying to be the best ones. So we've got to still try and find our edges. So imagine you wanted a totally different boat design to someone else because you had a different idea. Then you have to figure out what you're going to do. You can't just build the idea in the middle, because then that would be a disaster. You've got to either go for one strategy or the other. Generally, you just don't talk too much about your own boat. If you all shared everything, then we never end up with innovation, because one person will do something and then everyone will just copy it. We're obviously working closely with TRR and with Banque Populaire because we're all building sister ships. But apart from that, I don't know much about the other designs.
the biggest challenge is the planning.
The launch will be end of June, in 5 months from now.
And we go for the first transatlantic at the beginning of August. I don't think that one team in the world already did that. And we have the start of the Ocean Race with the first leg, which can be very long, 6 months after launching the boat. We really want to launch a boat ready to sail.
So knowing when a boat is a success is a really interesting question. With the previous boat, I think myself, in my perception, I had some up and downs. And so if I draw a line now under a 4-year campaign, I would say Malizia 3 was a great success and has still great potential to be tapped into. And for our new boat, it might be the same there.
We will know if Malizia 4 is a success finally at the end of the Vendée 28. We have a long story to tell, and I hope we will see quickly if it's a good boat.
We're not going to know the answer to that until we launch the boat. Until we actually put that into reality and go sailing with these boats, we're not going to know.
I think after 15 minutes of sailing on the first day, we will have a certain idea if we feel good with the boat. After 4 years, we will draw a line and see if this concept was right.